I'm exhausted. If you're new here, my name is Ash. I'm the owner of Magic Touch Botanica, where I offer services, readings, and products to help you on your healing journey. So, full moon in Aquarius happening this weekend. I'm actually going to keep this very short because it just feels like, even though I've done a bunch of research and like have tried cross-referencing everything, Spirit is really just wanting me to tell you that this weekend is about knowing who you are. That this weekend is about really standing in who you are and learning to love the good, bad, and the ugly. And seeing that everything that you've been through and like every part of who you are is vital into your existence here, which means in a less dramatic way that you're meant to be here and you chose to be here on a soul level for a reason. And every part of who you are, from the color of your hair to your favorite ice cream, is all intentional. And that's what I'm feeling for this full moon, which is also why I decided to do the astrology 101 astrology basics class this Saturday on my Patreon, because astrology has always been the place in my life where when I'm confused and I don't know what the fuck my purpose is, I can pull up my natal chart and I can see like, okay, this is where my wounds are, but this is who I am at my core, and I get to love and celebrate that. And that's why I'm going to talk about astrology. Not only was it requested, but I think too, like, that's where I've started to learn about myself. And it is a beautiful place to start to learn about yourself, because really that's what the healing journey is about. It's about coming back to you. You know, we have so many different experiences, so many different interactions in this life that can sometimes move us away from who we truly are. And I feel like with this full moon, it's really seeing how far or how close we are to who we are, who we really are. You know, I feel like it's also learning to love all of who you are. And even though Aquariuses are known for being super cold and logical, I do feel like this weekend would be a good time to do some self-love rituals as well. I know it sounds weird, but I'm an Aquarius and I'm hella loving. But I think like this weekend will be a good time to do some self-love. Even I think I posted on my Instagram some like honey jar ritual, something to like sweeten yourself and sweeten your perspective on yourself. And just celebrating you. Like, even if you do like just something to celebrate all that you've done, which makes me think of a homework my therapist gave me a while ago, which was even like sitting down and doing a timeline of how far you've come, and like sitting there and being like, damn, like I've come so far. That is gonna be powerful. So I highly, highly suggest that, of doing something that is along the lines of self-love, doing something along the lines of reflecting of how far you've come, doing something celebrating all of who you are. And the other thing that I want to mention is this full moon is also going to get rid of the things that are not who you are. So get rid of like really clear out the stuff that is not in alignment for you. I feel like just with all the transits happening too, honestly, like, you're healing and you're breaking cycles and you're cleansing out energetic blockages, whether you like it or not. Like, and that's like, it's so funny. People don't think of Aquariuses as healers at all. I mean, I think, like, if you look at it, I'm sure that somebody has claimed it. But I really feel like with this full moon, it's having you reflect on what it is you're here to do, and how you healing and you loving yourself is a part of the collective change we are manifesting together. So dramatic, but I really feel that. So that's what this full moon's about. It's about you figuring out who are you really, And what is it that's not really you, but that you continue to do because of some cycle of pain that you're repeating? And celebrating and loving all of you. So I would do 2 things this weekend: self-love stuff, reflection and celebration, and cleaning out the trash. I've been saying that. I'm like, Spirit has been cleaning out the trash in my life. So yeah, that's all I got for you this time. But stay tuned to the pick a card portion, where I will tell you what is the blessings that is coming with you for this full moon, and what is it that it's time for you to let go. Love you. Thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber, and comment and like to let me know how you feel. Bye. Hello and welcome to the pick a card portion of this reading. So today I only have 3 piles. The first pile is this Malachite card. The second pile is Red Jasper. And the third pile is Smokey Quartz. As always, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to meditate and see which pile you feel pulled towards. So again, you have pile 1, Malachite, pile 2, Red Jasper, and pile 3, Smokey Quartz. Hi, pile 1. So y'all picked this Malachite card, and the card says it's time to transform. And I feel like even just taking a glance at the cards that I pulled, this is definitely a transformative time for you. Like, things are changing, and that doesn't feel good. Because you have the 6 of Wands in reverse, the Lover's card, and the Knight of Pentacles upright when it comes to the lesson. So I feel like the build up into this weekend, y'all have been feeling like you've been putting in a lot of work towards a specific goal, towards a specific career path. This very much feels goal oriented, but it could also be like you've been putting in a lot of work towards a specific person you've been dating. Apply it how you seem best in your life. But you've been putting in a lot of work, and now you're seeing that all that work isn't bringing you anything, like isn't giving you what it is you want. So now you need to seek a different path. And that's what I'm getting with the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles. Like, follow your heart. Like, y'all have been trying to, like, being very logical with this. Y'all have been very logical, but also, like, trying to you're just thinking about security. You're not thinking about pleasure. You're not thinking about what it is that you want. So with the Lover card, Spirit is really saying that in this moment, the lesson that this weekend is bringing you is needing to honor your heart and needing to honor what actually brings you pleasure, especially with this pleasure-seeking card. So if you've been feeling like something's not working out, you're not getting the reward that you wanted, know that that's a sign of misalignment. And I know it's hard to hear that, and I know it's even hard for me to say it, because I think sometimes when things are not going the right way, we, even how much we want it, we try to think, like maybe there's other reasons why it's not working, like maybe I need to learn more, maybe I need to, maybe I need to go on a few more dates with this person, or maybe I need to just I have to sacrifice more. But whatever it is that you're feeling, that you're like, I've been putting in so much and it's just not working out, my manifestation is just not coming out. This is a message of following your heart, using pleasure as your compass. But also the other thing that I'm feeling is Spirit saying to you, like, I've heard your manifestation. I know what it is you want, but you can't try to force it in every situation. Just because you are manifesting this like happiness, this happiness, this peace, this money, whatever it is that you're looking for, stability, like even if that's what you're asking for, let me do the work. Like Spirit is saying, let me do the work to bring you to where you're actually going to get those things. Right now, you forcing the specific path because of the logic, because you're scared that you're not stable, is not going to bring you what you're looking for. So with this weekend, it may be a hard lesson, but I feel like you're starting to realize that the path you've been going on, whether that's career, love, business, whatever, the path that you've been going towards is no longer giving you the reward that you've been seeking. And Spirit is saying you'll find the most reward when you follow your heart. You'll find the most reward when you follow what it is that actually brings you joy with this pleasure seeker. So again, very transformative time. Now, what are you meant to let go during this time? I'm really feeling drawn to this Queen of Rods card of you have to believe in yourself. Like the thing that you are letting go is this waiting. I feel like y'all have been feeling like you've been waiting for the perfect moment. And even while I was looking at the card, like while some of you may have been receiving messages to wait, if you've been receiving like a clear message to wait, then this message of waiting is not for you. But for those of you who have been waiting and just are unsure and scared, you need to, there's no more waiting. You need to make this change. You need to change this path. With the 8 of Swords card in reverse, this is fear. This is you needing to let go of that fear. This is you needing to do that action. Because the Queen of Rods, which is like the Queen of Wands, is very much like, I have the magic wand in my hand. You know, it's not the magician, but like that's what I'm being shown is like this energy of like I get to seek out and do the thing that is in my heart. I get to, pick a new path and know that I am being guided and know that I am being protected and know that I am being supported. That's really what I'm feeling with this Queen of Rods card. But also there is this feminine energy behind the Queen of Rods. And I feel like a lot of y'all, up until this point, y'all have been using this Knight of Pentacles, this like very masculine, like I'm going to make things happen. And with the Queen of Rods, Spirit is saying, take a seat back right now to see the path and where you've been going and how it hasn't given you the rewards, so that you can see that there's new opportunities trying to get to you, trying to find you, that there's new opportunities that's already around you to go towards what it is that brings you pleasure. Yeah, like this time, it is very transformative. It is asking you to be confident, because the Malachite stone can be used to give you bravery, can be used to give you, to help heal some of that insecurity, to help heal some of that not feeling safe, because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is very like this anxiety around wanting to be stable. The Malachite stone really helps with that, really helps with giving you confidence. And finally, we have this card, the Castle. And it is also very green. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting. The lighting is a little yellow, but it's very green. And it, again, like, even though the Castle is all about like stability again, I'm just seeing that like there's something, and you've got the Lover's card. So definitely if you're somebody that has been like trying to date and you feel like this person isn't going where, like the relationship isn't going where you want to go, then this is definitely a moment of you healing your heart center, of you having confidence to be like, this is not what I want, and of you having confidence in following your heart and following your pleasure. The other thing I'm feeling with the Castle, the Castle, when we think of, is like this super royal, super, is royal. It's, it gives me it's the Empress's home, it's the, you don't have to prove anything to anyone when you have a castle. People already know your royalty. And that's what I feel like y'all have been chasing. Like there's this energy of like trying to prove something to yourself, trying to prove that you're like stable, trying to prove that you're like, that you're been successful, whatever like society has told you that's supposed to mean. But you already have the castle. Like, I feel like inside you have these skills and tools already to follow what it is that you want to do. That's also what I've been feeling too for you guys. Like, in the background, as I'm like channeling this, is this energy of like, y'all keep trying to like get more education, keep trying to like get more, I don't know, like certificate or something. Like, you're trying to achieve these like levels that we've been told are like our you know, like these milestones in adulthood. Like, y'all are trying to achieve these milestones in adulthood, but it's actually taking away from your pleasure. It's actually taking away from your heart, and it's actually taking you out of alignment. And with this castle energy, it's like you already have everything. I'm going to look into the book to see what specifically it says. So in the book, it says, it's no wonder fairy tales tale of sleeping princesses within the castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish ornaments. Yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home or position, that project the image of achievement. While the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind, at times we must settle down. Yet the castle lures us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. So, part one, yeah, y'all, like, this full moon is really forcing you to reflect on how much of your goals and what you're trying to achieve is about this false sense of security and this image that you want from other people, and how much of your goal is actually about what your heart wants and what actually makes you happy. It is time to transform. So happy full moon. I send y'all all my love. Remember, this full moon is about who are you really. So for you guys, the answer is, or at least the question is, what is it that you really want to do? What is it that you really want and need? Who is it that you really want to need? So I send you all my love. Thank you so much for watching this. And I will see y'all for our next pick a card. Bye. Hey pal 2, so this is your full moon reading. You guys picked the Red Jasper, and it says take action. So for your lesson this full moon, you guys got the King of Swords in reverse, the Star card upright, and the Justice card. And every time I see the King of Swords in reverse, I get like this pain in my heart, because I feel like the King of Swords in reverse is one of the cards that I feel like is sometimes misunderstood. Usually it is read as like somebody that is evil, cruel, cold. But with it being next to the Star card, I feel like y'all have, I don't know that you know this, but I feel like you have way more power in your social setting, in your career setting, even in your relationship, than you give yourself credit. And sometimes with that responsibility, with that ability to shine, with that ability to be authentic and full and all of you, it brings, it's like somehow the stress of being the star makes you come out as cold and cruel. And the other thing I'm feeling too is like, whether this is who you are right now or who you're aiming to be, Spirit wants to remind you that you don't have to be cold and cruel and authoritative in order to be the star, in order to feel this fame. You need to find your balance in it. You need to be fair and reasonable and have boundaries and protect yourself, but it doesn't mean you get to be a bitch. Okay, that's really what the message is. Because I was like struggling, like looking at the star and the king next to it, the king of swords next to it. I was like, the star card gives me this feeling of like responsibility, but also what you're trying to aim for, like this powerful card, this powerful guide. And with that, I think sometimes the overwhelming responsibility of it makes you be cruel. And with the Justice card, I think for some of y'all, if you have been embodying this cruel ass energy, this full moon is going to set you straight. This full moon is going to be like, this is not who you are. And this is not the way to go about it. Letter, we're going to come back to this card because I feel like it's really tied to the Six of Cups, which comes into what you're letting go. This King of Swords, especially being above the Six of Cups in reverse, this King of Swords comes up, this energy of like cruel, cold, not really thinking about other people's emotions. This card comes up because of inner child wounds, because of the past, because of memories from the past. And this is where the letter comes in. I think for this full moon this weekend, it would benefit you to write out a letter either to yourself or to someone in your past that triggers up this energy for you so that you can let it go. There's something like these two cards seem connected of needing to write a letter, needing to write out your emotions in order for you to not blow up. Maybe if there's a situation where you feel like you're not being treated justly, where you feel like, you know, people are looking at you as a star, like there's something in here that is triggering you to be like this cold, cruel, like, I don't know, I think like sometimes you think that having authority, you have to act like that. Something about this, you need to process out your emotions. Usually when I see the card letter, is like needing to write out your emotions or needing to share a message. Or maybe you're gonna get a message from somebody telling you like, bitch, you've been a little bit cruel, you need to calm down. Like, I know that you're getting all these accolades, I know that you're getting like this fame, I don't know what you're doing, but I know that you're aiming towards it or whatever. You may be acting a little cold and cruel, and we need to just like bring you down, give you some of that like kind of humble you type of energy. But it's not going to be that cruel. I don't feel that cruelness. The other thing, too, is I feel like y'all have been feeling alone. This group, I feel like, is a lot of things happening at once. So just claim what is yours and, like, leave whatever isn't. But there's a lot of different things, a lot of different energy. Like, there's probably multiple people that have picked this pile. But there's a lot of different energy of, like, someone's been also feeling alone, and in feeling alone, it's been making you act cold and cruel because you're trying to be a star. But in you acting cold and cruel, like you don't want karma to get back at your ass, or you don't want somebody to call you in to stop acting like a cruel person. So I definitely just feel this energy of like, this is what you're trying to be, or this is who you already are, but you've been acting a little out of whack because you need to reflect on, because memories keep coming up, you're being triggered, or memories keep coming up. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to take action on your healing. That's what I heard when I saw this card. It was like, take action on your healing. And then with the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, this is really an energy of like, this is why I was feeling like maybe somebody's gonna call you in about it, because the Two of Cups really speaks to working together, and not feeling so alone. This dark, the empty room energy. But working together with somebody, or there's somebody in your circle that's going to be able to like help ground you in some way so that you don't feel so triggered to be this King of Swords energy. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it's new beginnings, it's new things. But the Ace of Pentacles also makes me think of patience and like having, like maybe you're trying to rush the Star card manifestations to come through, and because you're not having patience, because you're like trying to rush things, you're embodying this energy. So really the blessing and the lesson is that you don't need to be this King of Swords energy in reverse of like cruel, cold, cutthroat in order for you to get this. Because if you keep acting like this, justice is going to come for that ass. Look out for your mail. Pay attention to your mail. Seeing letter and justice next to each other is making me think of like, be attention to your mail. There may be something legal coming through for you. Nothing bad, nothing good. I'm not going to read for that. But just pay attention to your mail between now, the full moon, into the new moon. But you don't have to be this harsh ass energy in order for you to be this star, to feel like a star. You don't want to be called out by it publicly, but also I feel like it's going to be embarrassing for you, even if it's somebody close to you. The Six of Cups, definitely healing. Going back to the letter coming back to the letter of like writing a letter to your inner child, writing a letter to a parent that may have been super harsh. Maybe this is also about a parent being super harsh on you, being very critical of you. Because authority, I keep feeling like there's an energy of like you have issues with authority a little bit. But again, with the Ace of Pentacles, just have patience with yourself. Stop trying to rush things. When you rush things, you kind of act like a bitch. And then with the Two of Cups, there might be somebody in your circle that might be able to help ground you, or somebody that you can reach out to help. Because, you know, the Two of Cups, it really signifies to me sometimes too, like healing, because of this medicine symbol. So it might be that you can reach out to somebody to help you in some capacity to heal this inner child stuff, whatever's triggering you to be a dick. Like, there is somebody in your circle that can help you with that. And then the Empty Room. So I'm feeling with this is some loneliness, but I'm going to look inside the book to see what it is that card is actually about. So this is the Archetypes deck. The Dark Room, or the Empty Room. So the Empty Room, it says, the empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness, be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle in to the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. So, have patience during this time. Do not rush it. The other thing too, when I heard that, was you, like, again, some of you are aiming to be in the star position. Some of you are already in the star position, but you don't even see that you're in the star position because you feel like you don't have enough, or because you feel like you just want more and more and more. And by wanting more and more and more, you're embodying the King of Swords in reverse, which is not going to help you get there, or not going to help you keep it. So really, try to be diplomatic, try to be fair, but be most importantly fair with yourself. Do some of this inner healing. Look out for a letter. Again, claim what's yours. Don't claim what you feel like is not yours. But definitely, I keep going back to like this emptiness. Don't let it harden you during this time. That's your lesson as well. Because you are in the star moment. So weird. Some of you are really in the star moment. You're just like anxious about it. Like as if it's gonna be taken away. Don't be too anxious about it. Reach out to some healers, maybe me, or reach out to somebody that you trust to process this out. But don't wait on the healing. Take action towards your healing. Take actions towards feeling grounded. The red jasper makes me think of more like grounding type of energy, you know, root chakra, root energy center type of healing. Remaining grounded while you have to wait, while you're being told to just wait in the empty room of potential. Stay grounded. I know this reading was a little bit all over the place, but again, claim what's yours, leave the rest. I trust that Spirit delivered the message that needed to be delivered during this time. So thank you so much for supporting me, and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Talk to you guys soon. Hi, group 3. So y'all picked Smokey Quartz, and it says let it go. So first, what is the lesson that is coming to you for this full moon? We have the Four of Swords, the Sun card, then we have the Tower card, and the Magician. And I had to pull the Magician, because every time I get the Tower card, I'm like, bitch, what do you mean the Tower card? Like, what is this? So it helps give me clarity as to where this Tower energy is coming from. So with the Four of Swords is always very clear cut of like needing to rest, needing to like calm down. When you are well rested, you get this Sun energy of joy, of, you know, like abundance, of happiness, of everything is gonna be okay. But when you don't rest, it's like when you don't rest, you manifest this energy of like chaos, of like, oh my fucking God, what is going on in my life? So definitely during this time, and you know, I always see like the cycle of the full moon as like from the full moon to the new moon. This is the kind of lesson that is bringing to you, is this energy of when you don't rest, you feel like things are chaotic. You then internally manifest new narratives that feed this chaotic energy. And so really needing to prioritize rest. Then with the Messenger card next to it, I'm also feeling this energy of like, when you feel this chaotic type of energy, look for messages around you, signs from the universe, to help ground you and bring you back to your center. Because the Messenger card is really about like finding messages around you. I'm even hearing right now like Spirit speaks to you all day, every day. It's about looking and finding where you can find that comfort when you are feeling this like chaos type of energy. Now, you have let go here. So I'm interested in knowing like what it is that you're meant to let go. This is definitely a time of new beginning with the Death card. 7 of Cups. I feel like sometimes 7 of Cups is like you have a ton of options. 7 of Cups is also this energy of I can't decide. I have so many options. Can I have it all? I don't know what to do. And when it comes to letting it go, it's letting go of the fear behind making a choice and starting new. Letting go of this fear that somehow whatever you decide to do, like I also feel this energy of like, I'm worried that, you know, one's gonna be happy and one's gonna be like chaotic. Like I'm like, this is what I'm feeling with the 7 of cards, of almost like you're feeling like if I make this choice, I'm not sure if it's the right one. I don't know what's gonna bring me that joy and happiness, or if it's the wrong one that's gonna bring me this chaotic type of energy. And Spirit doesn't want to answer that for you. It just feels like the lesson, like the purpose of this choice is not about good or bad, but it's about finally making a choice and releasing any fear and trusting that we're gonna have your back regardless. So let it go. Surrender to the unknown, surrender to the divine, and knowing that no matter what choice you make, it is divinely picked for you already, and that all of those choices are for a reason laid out in front of you, and that whatever you get will be a lesson and a blessing no matter what, period. And then you also have the vessel. And what I'm feeling with the vessel is about your body, but more importantly about trusting yourself, about taking care of yourself, about putting yourself first, about, like, when I see, every time I think of vessel, is like my body is a vessel. My body is a sacred vessel, is a divine vessel. And I want y'all to, like, when you're thinking about rest and how when you don't rest, you feel this chaotic, overwhelmed type of energy, and even this Eight of Swords type of energy, that taking care of yourself is about honoring that your body is a vessel. So let's see what the book says. So this is the Wild Unknown Archetypes. And the book says, the vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid. Stove hold fire. Our bodies hold organs. Our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. Saving accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together, and how is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all, and the contents spill in every direction. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. And that makes me think of the Four of Swords, of this being a time for you to learn how important it is for you to rest, how important it is for you to take a moment to pause and see your energy level. Because I think that that's the lesson, like, between this full moon and this new moon, is letting go of this idea that you can push your body to the furthest limit, but honoring and recognizing what it is your body needs, so that what's around you is this Sun card energy and not this Towered card energy. Because I do feel this energy of choice. Like, it's like you think that there's a choice between good and evil, but there isn't when it comes to honoring who you are, what it is that you want, and how it is that you need to be taken care of, and how you need to take care of yourself. And that's what this full moon in Aquarius is all about too, is this energy of who am I, what is it that I need. I think for some of you, you have created this identity around not taking care of yourself, or around not seeing yourself as this important vessel here on earth. And the lesson is that you're important, and that when you take care of yourself, you're good. When you don't take care of yourself, you're not good. So even with this decision, the opportunities that are coming to you, this new beginning that is coming to you, when you rest and you take care of yourself, the decision will be obvious. But if you're not resting, everything feels chaotic. Everything feels like you don't even know what's going on. And then you worry about whether you're making the right choice. But you have to get over that fear. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your vessel. You need to trust that you are important, and that whatever decision you make is the right decision, no matter what anybody else says, because Spirit has your back, and Spirit is ready to step in anytime you're ready to ask. So happy full moon, pile 3. I hope this message brings you everything that you were looking for. Of course, if a message doesn't resonate for you, then it's just not for you, and you don't have to claim anything that you don't want to. But I hope that it gives you some insight on what would be the best thing for you to do between now and the new moon. So send you so much love, and I will see you for our next video. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye.